get the thing there, bolts tightened. Want to get this out of the shop, bring the Suburban in, get some, got to put a shock on there, finish up, I want to install 7-blade outlet for my trailer plug-in. So that's what we're going to do. Pricing is like a little short. Again, I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to hook my wires up right here. And then I was going to just run that down there for my ones. But I'm going to just get, a what do you want to call it? Reflectors for it. Stickers. So yeah, I gotta go get the truck, bring her out, and we got to my connectors are out there, or my cutters. Yeah, let's start. All right, we're gonna do a little work on the trailer down there. We got to do the lights. I want to tighten up the leaf springs, put them bolts in there. I'm still debating on running these shocks I got. Let's see if I got them here close. Not there. Let's see, here we go. I don't know how good they'll be. They're just little bitty shocks. There's little coilovers. I don't know how that work, how that be. It'd be too much work to even worry about it. This bottoms out with my weight on it, so I need to drill my holes forward a little bit, move them so that they don't collapse. So collapse, with my weight on there. Maybe it will collapse when I won't collapse so easy with that push forward. I don't know nothing about that part situations, so we'll see. I gotta get my wiring and stuff, my stuff for hooking up the wiring, and then I want to plug this in and make sure it works. I did get a trailer wire kit on the Suburban because I had to cut it off because I was just short in the wiring, so I hooked one up the other day. Did that off camera. I got a 7-foot blade that the Ford will plug into, but it's also got the wiring for the brake controller, auxiliary power, and there's another one. Oh, the reverse, for like the reverse lights or whatever. I just don't have the reverse lights, so not a big deal on that one, but the rest of it, we'll get it all hooked up, and I'll have auxiliary power back here too that I can run off of this, so I can charge my batteries when I'm driving. So for like the winch or whatever, when I get one. I don't have one yet, so let's get to that. Let's get this done. I want to get this out of here. I want to get the Suburban in here. I got to change the front shocks, and yeah. So that's what we'll be doing. And I don't know what else we'll be doing. Probably do the shock on a little short video or something, but the wiring on the truck probably throw it in on a little short too. All it is plugs into the 4-way, bolts to the truck, and then splice some wires together. That's already there. So, all right, we'll catch y'all here in a bit. I know the trailer lights are kind of funky where they're at. I don't like. I'll probably end up cutting them off, but we'll see. All right, just making sure we got a little extra here. We'll cut her about here. Gonna do this nice little thing. I'm just gonna use the right one. I'm just gonna use some of the solder connectors. Since I'm using the solder connectors, make these a little bit longer so I can, and them are already pre-stripped. So I got this little set here, got all these little connectors and some shrink tubes. But these are already basically shrink wrap tubes, so we'll just use it like this. Slide it on. Make sure you give yourself enough room. That's the brown wire. That slides right on there. Come on, there. Now if you look, the end of the brown wire ends right there and the other end right there. So I left enough gap so that solder is in between both ends of the brown wire. So it's like solder's here, be there on the, yeah, you guys like that finger, it's been cut off before. But anyways, so do it like that, and then we just heat it up, shrink it down, solder will melt. Get another one here, and that way they're both ready to go when I start the heat. These are easy. They go and pay $3 for that set. Let's see if you get it. Man, come on. Ugh. Back's been hurting me lately, last few days. Don't have much extra there. It's coming. There we go. Just pull it apart a little bit so you know that solder goes there. Fold that towards the way you're gonna, away from the way you're putting that on there. So boom. You should use a heat gun. I just use this little turbo lighter. You want to be careful because you'll melt right through the plastic here. It takes a little bit for the solder to melt, so the heat gun is preferred. I don't know why that little turbo lighter's not flaming hot, but you can see that. See that just getting hot. And you can see the solder starting to melt. Just keep rolling it until you kind of see it start melting in there. Go ahead and like get that kind of melted on the wires first, so it less of a chance for it to your twist of the wires to come undone on there. And then I can see the solder starting to melt. We're gonna leave it like that. Yeah, that piece of wire is showing, but that's only because the plastic's real clear. See that there? And man, don't tell me this freaking piece of crap quit on me. It did. So we're gonna have to do the old propane, and the propane, you definitely don't want to get it close. Oh, I think I got this. I think I turned the gas off. Nope, I'm out of gas. That's it. Ain't that about. We want to stay away from that with this flame. I didn't have it all the way melted, so I want to make sure I got it sealed up real good. So this side's done. We'll let that cool off. I may still use some waterproof tape, which is some people call electric. I call waterproof. I don't know where my big pieces. I got some real big pieces. I should have stuck over that. I did have a box of the stuff right up here, and I don't know what I did with it. I don't know. A big box of heat shrink. It's up there. I don't know what I did with it. So I'm gonna do the same over here, and then we gotta do that white wire's got to be grounded to the frame. So I'm gonna do that. Do this one, and then we'll move up there. I don't have 3.5 inches. I don't have no self tappers that I can find, and I can't find no bits or connectors to put on the wire, so I'm just gonna wrap the wire around that and hope for the best. I don't know if I can get to that. Let's see if I can get in there to it. Probably can. We'll probably have to don't want to stretch that wire. That's the old ground wire right there. There's the old ground wire. We'll just splice into that ground wire then. That's what we'll do. We'll just splice into that. This ground wire here to there. And we'll use us a connector right there. Let me grab my tools real quick. I did wrap these other connectors down here with some waterproof tape. It worked pretty good. So they work. It turned out all right. Oh, and I just broke the wire. Guess we ain't using that. Golly. Well, let's try it again. Ooh, that's tight. Well, I'm gonna find out. I got a connector that I'm gonna use, and we'll just splice it in. See if I can find it. Still. Let's splice this connector in there to it. We ain't after nothing super fancy. It's an old beat up trailer. Probably gonna take that all the way out. Let me find a wrench here. Something a little faster. Hopefully it'll work. We'll have to. Probably won't. That's a 13 right there. Okay. This way. What are you doing here? I'm rough. Yeah, it's a little loud enough. I'll make sure that's cleaned up enough underneath there. I'll get a good ground. You find a wire brush. should have had all my tools together already before I started this part, but let me find my wire brush. I don't know if you can see that, but sand her down pretty good so we can get a good ground. Go ahead, tear into this. There we go. Pull that off. Slide this over. Slide this one over here. And I did get a piece of shrink tube. You know what? Shrink tube. Let's move it away so it don't shrink up on us and we can keep this one up. Goes. That's a torch. You don't want to. You want to be away from this thing with that torch. She will melt that stuff all the way up off there. See that solder melt just now? You can see how that solder melted. Stick that over to her. Like it never happened. We never had to. It's like we never had to do that. So she's good. Guess maybe a little long, but that's fine. Oh well. Give us room to play. Probably should have went around, but that's where we're gonna put that. So in theory, our light should work. In theory, I need to drill these holes and go ahead and move this thing forward. So I don't like how far back they are. I don't know if it looks like it's leaning way back, but I could have that over there too far forward compared to this side. I measured, but my measurements could be wrong sometimes. But I did measure here to there to the bolts, and they're the same up front. So I would assume that this straighter here going this way, then it would be, you know, from whatever to back there. So I want to drill new holes and go ahead and move that forward. So I'm going to look for a drill bit. I don't know if I got one. Hopefully I do. And if we do, then that's all. I'll get her drilled out. If not, we're just going to tighten her up and call her good. So bring it back in a bit. All right, I took the weight off the trailer so my stuff's flexible. And then we're going to tighten it up like this. Stretch them springs out. Yeah, I know it's loud, but there we go. We'll take that so I don't fall off later while I'm driving down the road. Take these jack stands out real quick. For that mess, I dropped all them connectors off there. So, yeah. Needless to say, it's another mess. It'll probably get swept up and just thrown in the trash because I ain't picking that stuff up. I need to sweep all this stuff. Well, I need all that taken up to the trash too. So, oh yeah, yeah, that stiffened it up. I'm glad I didn't move that now. Stiffen them right up. Trailer's done. Just gotta get a floor on it. Gotta get the sides on it too. I bought a bed frame rail. Let me go get that, and that'll just kind of give us a little bit of an idea. I know it's not enough, and I probably, I don't know. We'll see what happens once I get little frame rail thing stuff done. I've been debating on. I think I showed you guys these fenders. These fender skirts here. Got about running that as long as it's below the floor, I'll be fine. If not, I can smash it down some more. But I'm thinking then we're gonna get slammed right up underneath there, and then I'll just cut it a little bit, fold these ends out a little bit, and I'll just self-tap around that wood in there. But I have a feeling that's what I'm gonna do because gotta have some type of fender type deal. And just bend it right there and there. Something small. But ain't gonna be nothing fancy, that's for sure. And if it's above the floor when I stick the wood on there, it'll flex enough to smash out for me to put the floor on there. So fenders will be below the floor. I will not put fenders in the floor. You kind of see how this kicks like that. Brackets, but that's how it bolts. It's bolted flat, so I don't know if that's how it's supposed to be or not, but maybe I got the axle backwards. Who knows? I don't know. I wonder if I do. I wonder if I need to spin that axle this week. No, it won't matter because it's the angle of the springs that's got it doing that. Maybe see where I got the spring up here where it's the. You know what? All I did was take the springs off and just move them out and put them in there. So I didn't flip the springs around. So I'm gonna look and see if that thing's supposed to be in the back. I think it's supposed to be in the front. That clamp. So I'm gonna check. I'm gonna look. I would assume it'd be in the front because when the back goes down to flex, them have got to kind of space out because that goes down. No, they push up anyways. And then the front would be the ones that spring out. Or would it? No, they'd all just smash together. So, well, I don't know. I'll just look up, see what it says. If I need to, I'll spin the axle or the whole axle. I'll take the springs off and spin the whole thing. But most likely I'm gonna leave it like that. I'm gonna go grab them bed rails and then we're gonna kind of mock it up with them bed rails, kind of what it looks like. Maybe probably only go yay high, about a foot. I don't want to do real tall, make it look kind of dorky. But let me go get them. All right, I got some of these brackets made. It's gonna be that tall. I wonder if it's gonna be too tall for me for my lights, but we'll see when we get there. We'll weld it up. I need to get my fronts, make sure they're pretty straight, or my fronts, my four corners. And I need to put more in there, but I'm not real pleased with these. So I mean, they're strong enough, but I was able to bend one earlier, so I'm debating. But I'm gonna go in the house, take the rest of the day off now. It's already now like 1:30. I've been out here for 4 hours. Yeah, GoPro died. I'm over it. I'm over a GoPro. Make sure I'm getting audio too, because it's stupid. I lost some a couple times. But we're gonna hold off on the rest of it for today. I wanted to get that shock on my Suburban, and I ain't get to that. So I started messing with this, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna keep going, keep going. So we'll do that another day, probably this weekend. Um, I've got to find some more bed rails, so I'll be looking on Facebook Marketplace, see if I can find me a couple more. I need to. This battery tray might work. I'll probably have to cut. Well, I could probably just bend this over. I don't know. I'll cut right here, and I'd be able to bend them flat or something. Then I'd be able to sit me a battery there for my winch once I get one. It's not going to be a big one. It's something small to pull. You know, like broke down lawnmowers or weed eater, or not weed eaters, but riding lawnmowers. What I meant to say. We drag weed eaters too, I guess. But this wheel don't turn. They don't swivel or turn. I don't think I'm gonna mess with it. I think I'm just gonna use it as a foot. But we'll see you guys probably a couple days. Be a few minutes for you guys, but I'm gonna take Christmas Wednesday, so I'll be back out here probably Saturday morning, and we'll get to working on this a little bit, and hopefully we can finish her up this weekend. I measured for boards that I need. I need 6 2x12s by 8 foot long. That should be long enough. And I'll have to cut some off down at the end because this thing's like 6 foot. It's a little over 6 foot and a little under 8 foot. So once I get them on there, I will space. I'll put my 2 edge boards on there, and then I'll slowly, when I lay the other ones in there, I'll be able to put a small gap between there that'll allow water to run through there. It'll allow for expansion. So maybe they won't try to cup or warp or anything if I can get the water off of them fast enough. So I need to see how much them are going to cost me. Let me see if I can find more bed rail. I got to get some self-tappers. I am going to self-tapper them. I got a small lip right here I should be able to shoot through, coming up through the bottom on both sides. We've got 2 of these things, so I'll do that. I'll cut one short, I'll cut them short where they just fit, and then I'll probably maybe, when I get the wood done on here, I will shoot that up in there too, and I'll bend this where it fits right, looks nice. I may even just leave some of this down here, and I don't know. We'll see when we get there. I'm just building this as we go, make my own rules. All right, we'll see you guys a couple days. All right, I'm back out here in the dirty garage. We're gonna finish putting this trailer together. It's been a while since I was out here. I think the last time I was out here was on Christmas, and I was trying to put them sides on here, and come find out I don't care for them rails there. It's got them slots in there, and it'll look ugly. So I've been looking, trying to find some more rails, and they're so hard to come up with. I don't know. I message people and they don't ever respond back, but I got the decking. Spent about $100 on it, which ain't too bad. So we're just gonna lay the decking on this. We'll use it that way for now until I can figure out the rail around there. I just want to get this stuff kind of laid out to where it will fit. It's 6 foot something wide, and I got 6 of these. Well, I got 8 of them, but I got 6 for the deck, and 2 more. I probably should only got 1 and cut it in half for ramps, but who knows, we may end up needing. The bed's not at this. Is a little over 6 foot wide, and as you can see, I think we got enough room for 1 more. But I was planning on trying to space these out where we can for it to leak, water run off of it, but it looks like we may end up having to have one of them and just put them all together pretty tight. Yeah, that kind of sucks. I don't know. Yeah, what to do there? Wish I had a 2x6 I could stick in the middle now. I guess what we'll do for now is we'll space them out. It's E3. Yeah, my math is totally wrong. Good thing I don't build houses for a living. Make sure this is about almost 6 inches. Well, there we go. Where's my tape measure? I just had the tape measures. Want to make sure this is about 6 inches. Do I have a 2x6 in here somewhere? I don't know. I should have, but I don't know what the hell did I do with the tape measure? I just had it in my hand, so I just measured this deck. Well, shoot, I don't know. I'm always losing stuff, man. I just had it in my hand. Alright, well, I'm gonna... Here's one right here, a little bitty fella. We're gonna see. See if we'll be able to fit a 2x6. 5.5. I'll do 6. Make sure it's 6 inches there. I ain't going for perfect, that's for sure. Come on. Now what I'm doing here is I'm leaving a little lip so that I can put a piece of metal in there all the way around, so it hides the, I could probably use that piece because I want to put a piece of metal all the way around. That will hide the edge of my wood. So, whew, I got heartburn. I hate this. So basically all I'm gonna do is start screwing stuff down, make sure we have good gap here and here, and then just make sure we got our 6 inches in here. A 2x6 is like 5 3/4 wide, I think, maybe. So as long as if I do 6, I'll leave me a 1/4 inch gap between both places so the water will run off pretty easy. So well, let me get to screwing. So them are the screws I'm using. They're Phillips head. Here we go. Here's Tex self-drilling screws, wood to metal, and they do pretty good. Let me put a screw right there, so we'll let you see what we got going on here. Sinks down there pretty good. I already got one there, so only got a couple more left to get. We get one more here. Let's see. Well, we got two more here, I think. Right about here. So yeah, them screws pretty nice, did pretty good. And there's a couple, you know, because there ain't no metal here underneath here, because that's where the wheel well's at. But I got one here and here, here and here. I only put two in each one. I have to cut the back of these boards off, obviously. But right now, I can't find my charger for my batteries for my skill saw. And I don't even know where my skill saw is at. It's here and here somewhere. And then I went through here and I forgot that there wasn't no thing there. So I went in a few times, like, man, I kept missing it. I keep missing it. I need to grab one more screw. And then this deck will be done. It only took probably maybe 15 minutes, 15, 20 minutes, if that. Yeah, I said 15, 20 minutes, yeah. Well, she's good to use. It's good enough to use. We gotta get that board down the middle of this. I need to make sure it's still a decent little gap. Oh shoot. Yeah, we're gonna have a pretty good gap between there. That's over 6. Which I ain't worried about. It's the middle. Heck, that's 7 up there, like 6.5. So crooked a little bit, but I mean, what do you do? I don't really care. It's just an old trailer. I mean, I ain't out for perfection. Never been. Never have. I mean, now if I'm working on stuff at work or whatever, stuff that actually has to make sense. If it ain't, I mean, if it's something I'm building, then I'll do kind of whatever works. But if it's something that I ain't built, then I kind of worry about it. So the guy's coming to pick up the golf cart today. So he's gonna be here, and then I'm gonna take the money, some of the money anyways, and I'm gonna go buy the kid a new four-wheeler. And she's mad because I'm selling the golf cart, even though I'm selling it to get her a new four-wheeler. So we're gonna have to get on this. This one's got to get done. I had some brackets cut at work that gives this thing a 4-inch lift kit, and then I can buy a kit, the lift kit itself, that's 6 inches. I'd have 10 inches of lift altogether. Do I want to go that high? Probably not. I think I'm gonna do the 4 in the front with the brackets, and that's a good one to watch. You keep an eye out for that one. But they have a 4-inch lift too. I'll probably snatch up, and that's what I'll probably end up putting on there. So I have a total of 8 inches of lift. I don't know, I might just stick with the 4 inches and just go with the 4. There's really no reason to spend that much money to jack it up that high, and it saves money. I don't know, I have to think about it. But back to these screws, check them out. They all sink down in there. A couple of them I got pretty deep. That one's really deep, but oh well. What I'm gonna do to treat this deck and the trailer is I have a sprayer, like a weed sprayer. I'm gonna fill that weed sprayer up with use motor oil and diesel fuel, and then I'm going to spray the whole deck, the underneath and the top of the boards, long centers of the boards, whatever. So it's going to be, they're going to be oil soaked. Kind of see the gap here, but if you look at the boards actually warped. This side here ain't too bad, but I'm not worried about it. You can't see it from my house, so I think I'm gonna end this video right here, and then when we do some other work on this, then we'll bring you back in, and we'll finish up with what we've got to do. It's pretty much finished for me. I'd like to get the rails around the edge to make it look a little more legit. I may tell you guys a little secret. I may not tell you guys a little secret, because there's probably some Karens on here that will try to snitch, try to tell. I mean, it ain't like you're gonna see my license plate anyways, but I don't have a title for this thing. I don't have anything like that. So, got a license plate. It's a permanent license plate, so it never expires. So that's what I'm just gonna stick it on the trailer, and that's what it's gonna be. It's actually an out-of-state plate too, because Illinois sucks on trying to get titles for stuff like this anyways. You gotta go through a whole bunch of hoops. You gotta get the state police involved. They gotta come out and look at it, make sure it is homemade. Bunch of different bull crap. Or you gotta haul it to them, and they'll look at it, make sure it's homemade and this and that, and you know, it's kind of, it's ridiculous. I mean, it's to deter thieves, I understand, because they used to steal trailers, and then they get a homemade trailer title for it, and then they turn around and sell the trailers. So I understand what they're doing there, but you can take them right out of state and do the same thing over there. Get it. You know, if you got a buddy out of state, he can do that, and turn around, bring it right on back to this state. And well, you don't even got to take it out of this state, really. I guess I don't think some of them you don't have to do the whole inspection. You just tell them that it's homemade. Yeah, see how much room I got down there? I can actually upgrade the tires to bigger tires. Look at that tire's flat. Brand new tires. The rims are pitted. I need to get some bead sealer on them, obviously, or put some inner tubes in them. But I don't know. I'll probably just keep airing it up when I need to. So, all right. Well, we're gonna get off here. Appreciate you guys watching. There'll be a video coming up right up here somewhere, and if you want to click on that one and watch it, it's going to be like an earlier video of this trailer, probably like maybe doing the axle or something. If you guys just want to check her out, and maybe watch that one, and then I think maybe there'll be a video on the end of that one, and you can watch that one, and so forth, so on. So appreciate y'all watching. See you on the next one.